Welcome back, everyone. So I kind of promised you something in this article that wasn't actually mentioned. I did promise to you that we would find out why the homeless man stole 50 shopping carts and what he did with them, but it doesn't actually tell us what he did with them. All we know is he had them. Okay. That's as much as we get. We also get the location. Dongdaemun apparently was the location where they found him hoarding 50 shopping carts. I can only assume that John was right, and I think that is the most logical answer.
Yeah.
It must have been some form of shelter or perhaps personal protection. Anyway, obviously when they found him with 50 shopping carts, they had to remove the carts and he was sent to jail. It is stealing, as sad as that is. But at least he's off the street and he might get a hot meal maybe while he's in jail awaiting trial. Anyway, so stealing shopping carts. Apparently, it's more common than you think. Many people steal shopping carts for different reasons. Some people, they want a way to push their shopping to their house, and then they become too lazy to bring it back. That's the more sort of one-off theft. Some people use them, if they are homeless, to cart their things around more instead of a backpack. Some homeless people have used them with plus a tarp or tarpaulin to keep the rain off as a kind of makeshift shelter. I've actually seen people use bits of a shopping cart to make a homemade barbecue. That's not mentioned in the article, but I've seen that, yes.
There we go.
In Russia, I saw that one.
Were they stolen?
I assume so. I don't actually know where the shopping cart came from, but
no one asked questions about the shopping cart.
We did not ask. No. Maybe they purchased it.
Sure.
Speaking of purchasing, the supermarkets claim it is they buy them for around 300,000 won per cart, so it doesn't come cheap. And when they are losing 1 or 2 carts a day, that sure adds up quick. So they are concerned. They would like to discourage the theft of shopping carts. They do need them. They are more expensive than you perhaps realize. And it does count as theft. So if you get caught stealing one, punishments will ensue. So quick warning there for anyone who is considering shopping cart theft. So let's get into a few wider discussion questions.
Okay.
Homelessness, I'm sure it's an issue for every government in every town all over the world, whether it's a big problem or a small problem. So what do you think? What strategies do homeless people in your country use to survive in winter?
Yeah, that's obviously a difficult thing. I've always wondered how people survive in the winter when I'm cold in my house. I'm like, it's really cold in here. Wrap myself up with a blanket. Indoors, heat on. Wrapped up in a blanket. So yeah, I think the strategies are pretty logical. One is get out of the wind, get out indoors somewhere. It can be like underneath a bridge. It can be somewhere like a parking lot or something like that. This is why maybe in the wintertime you might find people who are homeless trying to go into places, especially during the day. We have an article talking about Starbucks later. They used to use Starbucks as well, I think. And that's number one strategy. Number two is layers. And of course, burning things, heaters.
If you can get hold of any kind of fuel.
Exactly. That's a pretty good big one as well. Making sure to eat as much as possible and moving. Unfortunately, moving is part of it. It's not like you can just sleep your way through winter. Like a good bear, you got to keep moving. Yeah.
Bears have got the best strategy.
I wish we could bear, like during the winter, hibernating.
It would save so much electricity and food waste.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Everyone just sleeps during the winter.
Yes. Let's develop that gene in our next evolution. But the next question is causes. What are some of the many, many reasons people become homeless in the first place?
Yeah. Obviously, they might have had a lot of detrimental stuff happen in their life, right? That's, I think, the common way people think about is, oh, they're homeless because they lost all their money. That is definitely a reason, but there has been a newer reason arising. intentional homelessness. This is where people have decided to forego having a house intentionally for saving money or for their work. Let's say they need a job, but the new city that the job is in, it doesn't really quite fit the budget. So they just get a car, they get a gym membership, and that's all they need. This intentional homelessness is actually kind of getting popular around the world, well, at least in America, and I've seen other places as well. Although I think other places might have more, how do I say, infrastructure for this. America, a little bit less so. But yeah, they intentionally don't have a house just so that they can have their job, save money, and maybe get a house later.
Yeah, I've seen a few of these people. They make YouTube videos sometimes documenting their life, my year in my car to save money. Sounds crazy. Well, they make it work.
We would like say in the past, oh, maybe they just need to get back on their feet, but they're on their feet. They just have decided to be on their feet in their car. Yes.
Google it or look on YouTube. Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, before you decide to change your ways and go off and live in your car, let's take a little moment to learn some more English. Check out the vocabulary list in full if you can, and then come back and see us in the next article. Bye-bye.
Squat.
Squat.
Tarp.
Tarp.
Detrimental.
Detrimental.
Get back on one's feet.
Get back on one's feet.
Cart off.
Cart off.